This morning on DC News Now, Senate candidates facing off. Republican Larry Hogan and Democrat Angela Alsobrooks taking the stage. The topics defining their debate.
Don't make me stun you.
More officers accused of using force in D.C.
We've known for a long time that there's too much use of force in D.C.
The new report working to build trust between people and police. Plus, a chilly start to your Friday, but will the weather warm up for the weekend? Sending help to people hurt by hurricanes. How you can give back by giving blood.
We're at Whitlow's Bar, one of the Commanders' rally bars. Will fans be able to go there on Sunday and watch the team go 5-1? We're talking the Battle of the Beltway as the Commanders take on the Ravens on Sunday.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. Well, look at this. Did you see this? The DMV getting a rare glimpse of the northern lights last night. The gorgeous, colorful auroras shining in the skies across the area last night. Now, we got a lot of photos in from people in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, as many of you caught this beautiful show. Wow, it is just amazing to see all those photos, and thank you for sending them in, and keep sending them because we like to see them. But good morning, and thanks for starting your Friday, this cold Friday morning with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Yeah, happy Friday, everybody. I'm Corey James. We'll get the latest on the roads from Shanika in just a second. Let's start off with Jackie for that forecast, and yeah, probably a heavy coat for the kids today.
Yeah, I would say so, especially at the bus stop this morning. They will not need it, though, later on today as high temperatures will climb back to right around 70 degrees under plentiful sunshine. But out there right now, we're seeing those 30s and 40s for much of the area. DC at the top of this hour just dropped back into the upper 40s, currently 49 degrees in the district. We're seeing those lower 50s, though, over towards Annapolis and Lexington Park. So those are two warmer spots on the map. Some cooler spots. We're talking Manassas, Frederick, and much of the I-81 corridor, starting off into those upper 30s right now. And speaking of the I-81 corridor in areas west, there's some frost advisories as well as freeze warnings. The freeze warnings, those are the areas where we could see those temperatures dropping to right around the freezing mark at times. Satellite and radar showing us we are all clear, high pressure in control, providing us with that clear start to the day and calm conditions too. Later on today, mainly sun-filled skies will give way to those high temperatures, upper 60s to around 70 for your Friday. Now for the weekend, we're tracking a warm-up. Saturday, upper 70s. Sunday, talking about highs right around 80 degrees. So a weekend warm-up for both weekend days, but that's going to be followed up with temperatures a little bit cooler next week. I'll have more details on that coming up. Shanika, what are you seeing on the roads?
Yeah, Jackie, it's that time of the year where you ride to work with your heat on and then from work with your windows down. So just very confused weather out here. Here's BW Parkway heading north and southbound. You can tell I just don't like this weather. North and southbound, you're looking good right near 193. Now, right near Powder Mill Road, you will see a crash. That's heading southbound. It looks like delays are growing right now. You're seeing a lot of red there. So if you're trying to head to the Capitol Beltway, definitely keep that in mind heading out this morning.
All right, Shanika, thank you. Developing now, a man shot and killed inside a shoe store in Prince George's County, Maryland.
This all happened yesterday evening on Branch Avenue and Temple Hills, right near the intersection with Silver Hill Road. Police are investigating what led up to that shooting. Now, they say they do not believe the victim was an employee. They are still searching for the gunman, though. If you have any information, you're asked to call Prince George's County Police. And two teens rushed to the hospital after a shooting in Northwest. This happened at the Tyler's House Apartments on North Capitol Street yesterday afternoon. Now, we are not aware of the victim's conditions. The shooting under investigation.
A teenage girl charged in the murder of a 64-year-old D.C. man now knows her sentence after pleading guilty 2 months ago. She is one of 5 girls accused of killing Reggie Brown last October. According to prosecutors, she stopped participating in the attack after noticing something was wrong with Brown while he was on the ground. The 15-year-old pleaded guilty to assault with a dangerous weapon and admitted to kicking Brown in the side. Brown's sister was in the courtroom during the sentencing.
Young lady today, she was remorseful, she showed empathy, and she apologized to the families. So therefore, we think that Judge Briggs made an excellent decision on the behalf of our family today.
The 15-year-old is ordered to serve 3 years in secure detention. Trial for 2 other girls involved continues next week.
And we continue to follow the impact Milton has on Florida. It made landfall Wednesday night on the west coast of the state, devastating several communities. More than 3 million people still without power this morning. Forecasters say Milton spawned more than a dozen tornadoes across the state. Officials say at least 8 people have died, including 5 people killed in a tornado that was near Fort Pierce. And as the Southeast region continues to recover from Helene and Milton, hundreds of blood drives were canceled, and now there is a blood shortage.
The American Red Cross is asking people to help donate blood. DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sissay is live this morning at the Red Cross headquarters in DC. And Jean-Marie, how much blood is needed?
Yeah, good morning. Well, the need for blood is constant. Now, according to the American Red Cross, the blood that they do have on the shelves is being used to save lives right now. So they'll need to replenish for next week and the following week. And with hundreds of blood drives being canceled in the Southeast region, they say blood is needed now more than ever. Now, according to the American Red Cross, every 2 seconds, someone is in need of blood or platelets. And because of Hurricane Helene and Milton, hundreds of blood drives scheduled for the end of October have been canceled, and the American Red Cross says the 2,500 units of blood that they normally would have collected could not be done. And with the organization providing 40% of blood supply across the country, that puts them behind and only adds to the blood shortage. And now they're asking all communities, including the DMV, to step up, give blood so they can save a life.
You think about people who are being affected on an ongoing basis in the Southeast. People who normally might go to a blood center and donate regularly or go to a blood drive and donate, some of them may not be able to because they're focusing on their own recovery and their families. So what we're asking is that people throughout the country in other regions, including here in the DMV, make an appointment to donate blood.
Now, if you are interested in donating, you can visit theredcross.org on their website, find a location near you, and set up an appointment. Reporting live in Northwest DC, I'm Jean-Marie Sissay, DC News Now.
All right, Jean-Marie, thank you. An animal shelter in Northern Virginia needs your help getting their new furry friends a new home. Over 100 animals have arrived at Homeward Trails in Fairfax Station from shelters impacted by Helene. The organization also took in 20 cats from Florida that would have been in Milton's path.
Have been full going into this and stretched to their max, and now with natural disasters, flooding, it's been even more important to have people come out and help the animals and get them out of those situations.
Homeward Trails is partnering with District Dogs and the Animal Welfare League of Arlington to help manage the growth of rescues at their shelter. All right, DC News Now is your local election headquarters. Maryland Senate candidates Angela Alsobrooks and Larry Hogan facing off in their first and only debate.
The biggest topic, abortion. Alsobrooks criticized Hogan for vetting a 2022 bill to expand reproductive health care in Maryland when he was governor. However, Hogan says he supports abortion rights and did not sign the legislation. Election is now just 24 days away.
We have the toughest gun laws in America. I made them stronger. I've always been for a universal background check. That was, the legislature was, playing games on that.
The more people hear about me, about my record, and about my positive vision for Maryland, we're earning votes every day.
All right, well, the latest polls show that Alsobrooks holding a nearly double-digit lead over Hogan. Hogan is a critic of former President Trump, is attempting to pull a major upset in Deep Blue, Maryland. Now, during the debate, Alsobrooks attempted to tie Hogan to the Senate GOP, saying a Hogan victory would potentially lead to a national abortion ban and give Republicans control of the Senate. Meantime, Hogan is pitching himself as a moderate, saying he wants to work across the aisle along other moderate Republicans and Democrats in the Senate.
All right, DC News Now is your local election headquarters in the district. Ballot drop boxes are open today. You can drop off your mail-in ballot at any special election box at any time. The deadline to do that is 8 p.m. Election Day, or it has to be postmarked by Election Day if you're planning on mailing it. Election Day is November the 5th. All right, time right now, 6:08. This Sunday afternoon, it's the Battle of the Beltway as the Washington Commanders take on the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, the Commanders are going into Sunday's game in a pretty good place. The team is 4-1. Our Tosin Fakile live on U Street in Northwest DC. Tosin, this game is going to be a real test for their new quarterback, and they're on that 4-game winning streak.
Yes, Naya, that's right. We are on U Street, just down the street from Whitlow's Bar is in that Commander Rally Bar network. But I do have to tell you, many people have told me so far the Commanders really haven't had to play any tough teams this season. So this Sunday is possibly the biggest test as they take on the Baltimore Ravens. And it's also a test for Jayden Daniels, who has played impressively so far this season. The Burgundy and Gold are on a 4-game winning streak, something the team and fans haven't seen in a while. The Commanders' offense has been pretty solid. Its defense making gradual improvements. And as impressive as the Commanders have been, they are going up against the solid Ravens team. Now, even though the Ravens have had their ups and downs so far this season, I talked to fans of both teams. Both agree Jayden Daniels has been really good. This Commanders fans tell me he's a little nervous about the game. The Ravens fan, he seems a little more confident.
We're in for a tough challenge. I mean, the Ravens have the best rushing defense, and Washington has been rushing the ball very well, but against bad defenses. So this is really going to be a true test on Sunday. I think we have a chance to pull this game off.
I think that the Commanders so far this year, they've been a really nice surprise. No, I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be that competitive, in all honesty. I don't think the Commanders have faced any good defenses.
All right, and that big game Sunday at 1 p.m. at M&T Bank Stadium. All right, Corey and Tanaya, here's your pop quiz for the day. I told you I was going to ask. I'm going to go easy on you here at 6 o'clock. Who is the Commanders' head coach?
Dan Quinn. Is that it?
Ooh, good answer. All right, good job. Here,
that's it?
Now here, pop quiz. And then, no, we got one more. This one, if you answer this, I'm going to buy you a gift card from your favorite place to eat. All right, where did Dan Quinn come from? What team did Dan Quinn come from?
Vegas? I don't know.
Cowboys.
No, Tanaya, you go.
Cowboys.
Huh?
Cowboys.
Who told you? Good answer, Tanaya. It is the Cowboys. Someone told you that. There's no way you knew that. But yes, he was a defensive coordinator for the...
I just watched that Dallas Cowboys.
Who told you?
I just watched that cheerleading thing, so I had it on my mind.
It was mentioned in that?
The lies you tell.
I don't remember it being mentioned.
He was a defensive coordinator with the Cowboys before he came. All right, good job to you too. All right, tonight you get a gift card from me. I'll buy you an Einstein's Bagel gift card. How about that?
Einstein's? Let me think. I'm gonna think of something good.
Or Chick-fil-A. Pick one.
I'll take Chick-fil-A. I'll take Chick-fil-A.
All right, you got it. All right, I'll make it a little tougher.
First question.
Okay, you get a Chick-fil-A gift card too, Corey. You get a gift card too.
I'm kidding.
That means in the 7 o'clock, the question's going to be tougher.
Well, you know what? Good thing it's payday because I want a $20 gift card.
All right, Tosin, thank you.
I'll see you guys at 7 o'clock.
Okay.